So, dear students, let's now talk about next class of the superclass species. We have talked about chondriocthes or cartilaginous species. Now, let's talk about the osteoichthyes. Osteoichthyes are commonly known as bony fishes. Osteo word come from bones. So, osteo term is taken from osteocytes. Osteocytes are the cells by which bone made up of. So, bone is present as the main component of their endoskeleton, or in other words, we can say their endoskeleton is made up of bones. These group of fishes are found in marine environment as well as in the fresh water. Their body is also streamlined, but when we compare with the chondriocthes, the position of mouth is terminal. So that help us to identify the either fish is a chondriocthes or osteoichthyes. Similarly, they also have four pair of gills, but gills are, always remember, gills are covered by the operculums. They are present in chamber, and these four or five pair of gills are covered by the operculum. And please remember, these gills help in exchange of gases. Gills draw whatever water drawn into the mouth through the pharynx. It passes out between the gills, and this supply or help in exchange of gases. Then another difference we can observe that make this group of fishes different from the cartilaginous fishes, that is, they have presence of cycloid or ctenoid, or in other word we can say oval scales. Cycloid means they are different from the placoid. Placoid means spiny, sharp. Okay, but they have cycloid. Cycloid means their scales are like semicircular, oval type of scales are present. Beside that, if we look into the number of chambers in heart, they have two chambered heart. Please remember, they have two chambered heart, one auricle and one ventricle. They are also cold-blooded animals, closed circulatory system, poikilotherms. Sexes are separate, but if you compare with the chondriocthes, this group of fish lay their egg in water. So fertilization is external. External means male and female both release the gametes in the water, and fertilization takes place in the aquatic environment outside the body. They lay the eggs, that's why they are oviparous. Development is direct. Development is direct means there is no larval stages present. These fish have presence of air bladders. Air bladder is present dorsally to the digestive system. These air bladder help the fish to provide buoyancy. They no need to swim continuously. They are not constant swimmer or continuous swimmer like the cartilaginous fishes. Presence of air bladder, and they have bony endoskeleton. So comparison to the chondriocthes species, their body density is less. It provides buoyancy, it provides upthrust, and that help them, even though they have more flexible fins. So these more flexible fins help them to swim very swiftly. Their skin glands are present, and these skin glands even produce the mucus. Okay, so their body surface generally remains slimy, and that also help them to swim swiftly. So they are comparatively swift swimmer, and no need to swim continuously in presence of air bladder. This is the additional structures present along the body, which help them to provide the buoyancy. Now these also have lateral line system. As we mentioned earlier, lateral line system help in as the sensory organ it work. It is present in both the lateral side of the body. Another features, if we look into swim bladder or air bladder, already we have discussed, which is located dorsal to the digestive tract, provide buoyancy. Body shape, if we compare with the cartilage fish, they are more conical or they are spindle shaped. Okay, their body is not very elongated, body is spindle shaped. So that spindle shape help them to easily swim in the water. If you compare with the cartilaginous fishes, please remember these fish have many differences. So quickly we can recap the differences. These differences are like, if we talk about the type of scales, they chondrochthyes have placoid scales. This group of fish have the ovoid or cycloid scale. Mouth, bonyfish, osteochthyes, mouth is terminal. In cartilage fish, mouth is ventral. Tail fin, if we look into tail fin, lobes are equal. So we can notice here tail fin lobes are equal, but in case of cartilaginous fishes, unequal lobe are there in the tail fish. A presence of operculum, presence of air bladder are the characters of osteochthyes. In chondrochthyes, there is no air bladder, there is no operculum which cover the gill slits. Fertilization, if we compare here, fertilization is external. In cartilage fish, fertilization is internal. Bonyfish are oviparous, cartilaginous fish are viviparous, means give birth to the young ones. Bonyfishes are not continuous swimmer, but cartilaginous fishes are continuous swimmer. And the most important difference on basis of that we have classified them into two groups is their skeleton is exclusively made up of cartilage, and the skeleton of osteochthyes is exclusively made up of bones. Like in our skeleton we have bones and cartilage both, but in superclass species skeleton is either made up of cartilage or made up of bones. Now if we look into the examples of these osteochthyes fishes, flying fish, seahorse, that is hippocampus, common fishes like which are present in freshwater, labio, which is called rahu, katla, magur, that is called calarius, aquarium, that is betta, fighting fish, and most of the fish we generally have in the aquarium or in the fresh water, pond, river, these all fishes are bony fishes, and these are not generally predatory, these are not aggressive. Okay, in comparison to the fish which belong to the chondrochthyes. So this is all about the chondrochthyes species.